Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choice of the Stories You Play weekly recap, as we've got a ton this week to go over. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's start with Freshman. Too tired to go with Abby, yet goes immediately with Chris? That was really a dick move, Pixelberry. 2 thumbs down. You could have, as you've done in the past, either made both a diamond choice, or you could have made, like, you going out with Abby. You need a specific outfit, because we were going to go to a specific vent. Um, and could have also been an outfit that you use in future chapters, things like that. Because you guys have been giving us that choice. Yeah, that really sucked. Especially because going with Abby, you would have found out a couple new things between her and her man and what had been going on. You would have also been finding out that maybe she was a little stressed. And so the Caitlyn thing was really bothering her because of it. And, yeah, it just was a really dick move. Also took away from the story, and also trying to bond with a side character that, while it isn't a love interest, it's not allowing us to bond with the other characters that are side and not interested in a relationship with us. That kind of really sucks. Um, on to the next one. Ziggs being a bad boy, but being nice. He's got that caramel little center or chocolate, whichever flavor you're into. Gooey, creamy goodness inside, but it's a little tiny little bit. That cliche, it's getting... This week was really bad because all of a sudden he became a real bad boy who had a hothead. You know, before Zig was kind of more intelligent than this. This week they kind of just made him a knuckle-headed thug. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't punch, Chris or somebody for even suggesting that he might be, lesser and more inferior than them. Whereas before, he kind of just looked at people and he's kind of like, you know what? I'm me, you're you, screw off. He was that kind of attitude, and I kind of adapted to him because of that, and liked him even more because of that. But this week's just kind of sucked on that. Caitlyn being really submissive to the band member, like she's a dog, and she was taken to the dog park to go get a coffee, and her master just, Caitlyn, come here, here, come here, get away from the other dogs. That was really just what? Caitlyn's supposed to be in this punk band, right? Punk bands are, oh, you got some attitude. I'm independent. And we got Caitlyn, who's this apparently delicate flower, whereas in the past she hasn't been. And she's been kind of more independent. Hanging in this band has completely turned her and flipped her upside down. That was one of the reasons why Abby wanted to talk to her, because she's kind of foregoing college now and kind of getting an attitude, which you expected that. But in the coffee shop scene with her and her band member, she's really passive and just not Caitlyn. I would understand if she was getting more attitude, not less attitude, and being like a dog. That really got me, and I don't understand that at all. And I think the band, there's the one or two people in the band that are okay, and then there's Natasha and that other Rachel, I believe. I just want to smack the shit out of both of them. On to the next one, rules of engagement. What? I can't get over this one. Wow. So, Paulo. Oh, like the whole. Oh, okay. So they started us out. They wanted us to be friends. They wanted us to make teamwork. Because Blair Hall said, work on the teamwork. We gotta. For 2 chapters we had heard all about this teamwork bullshit. Well, we get to this chapter. She initially even starts talking about teamwork. So we get to doing the VR together. Which, if this wasn't all about teamwork, we would have just been like, you know what, screw you. We're gonna take our suit, go over here, and figure it the hell out, and we'll pick our own shit. But they allowed such a bonding moment there. All of a sudden, this guy went from being a real dick to maybe he was just misunderstood. And for a moment, I'm going, oh, and then he starts talking about things that I'm into as a guy, and I'm thinking, wow, okay. He's kind of like me. He's misunderstood. And, he had a lot of the same interests. He had a lot of the same reasonings behind him. And then what the hell? So he goes out, he gets some drinks, and then turns into a complete and utter asshole. And he had a whole plan the whole time. Keep in mind that. He had this all planned. And no matter if you pick the diamond choice or not, he does the same goddamn thing. So even if you're nice and you're gonna go out and you're gonna have virtual sex with him, pretty much, with Joyce, by the way. What the hell? He still does it. He still takes your card. Just keep that in mind. Um, and I don't know about you, but when there's events like this, I mean, they're gonna address her as, the showcaser as Nicole. I mean, what is he gonna be like? No, my name is Paulo. I'm taking over for Nicole or something. I mean, what? Um, and these tech events, they don't do that. They don't. And yeah. So I'm wondering how they're gonna brush this off. I feel like I know where this is going, but at the same time, I feel like they're forcing you back to the ship. I think it should have been really a monumental decision for yourself. Possibly a diamond choice. We'll see. But I feel like that's where they're forcing it. Like, oh, you blew your internship. Well, I'm just going to head back to the ship now. And then I have to recoup and make up with Audrey and feel really bad about things. And I'm going to mope and sulk and cry. And then Audrey will show me that life is all about enjoyment. And I just feel that's the way it's going. And if it is, I'm going to be really disappointed. I think this is where Nicole could have came to a realization, and there is more to life than kind of like we saw with Blair Hall. There's more to life than work. Yes, work has its place. Work does come first in certain facets, but there's a limit. There's really a limit. The VR thing was pretty tough. I have to say, VR decision. I went with the Castle and Crown kind of VR. Maybe I'm more fond to it. Um, but I saw a lot of applications for that. I myself am a huge gamer. I saw a lot of applications for gaming. I saw a lot of applications for, yes, military, police training. Um, the applications for that versus the applications for, teaching you bipeds and dinosaurs and things like that. I didn't see, the potential, and there still isn't to me that much potential because it's virtual reality. I hate to tell you this. The potential is endless for virtual reality in and of itself. We're going to be able to, here in the future, be able to go to planets. We're going to be able to go to Mars because with all the pictures and all the videos and everything from the Mars rover, we're one day going to be able to actually walk on Mars without actually being there because of virtual reality. You've already got games which immerse you in the games, and you're shooting people and you see the guns in your hands and you're holding the guns out and there's already huge amounts of potential. So funding is a huge thing in these tech things. So going a kind of like a weaponized training kind of thing would bring in a metric ton of funding to allow you endless potential for other things. Doing dinosaurs is not going to bring you in as much funding as that, if you know what, hopefully you're not closed-minded and you get what I'm saying. Um, in ending for rules, big middle fingers to Paulo. Dude, I really connected with him because I'm feeling him. I'm feeling the geek vibe. I'm feeling the nerd vibe. I'm feeling he's like, I really love the Matrix and oh my god. And I'm like, oh man, dude, maybe we misunderstood him because I understand that because I myself have misunderstood. No! So much potential. It's only business. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my. It's only business. See me? Wow. Please, if you right now are thinking people like that are dicks, no, we're not all dicks. Just this guy. Of course, there's gonna be plenty of dicks out in the world, but moving on. Oh, I kind of get pissed off at that. Endless Summer. Let's move on. So when you pick the one decision, Iris suddenly has feelings? Like I said in the story, like I care. Am I going to be, hooking up with a hologram? Um, that just made no sense to me. And then the fact, hey, you know what, Iris? I have zero feelings for you because you lied to us, printed out some documents about me. How about that? The main character of the story. And she's been going around as her holographic self, printing out all these documents and just leaving them around. So you know what? Screw you. You're also another reason I hate the Diamond Wall. Leela learned a bunch of crap, like scraping the coating off of wires from Girl Scouts. I mean, that was her exact quote. I learned all this from Girl Scouts. No, no. Unless you went to MacGyver School of Girl Scouts? No, I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead with bullshit. Figuring you are literally modeled towards Iris. Okay, or Iris is modeled after you. Figuring how obsessed you are with Everett Rourke. Or Rourke Everett, whichever way his name is. And, oh, I'm not buying it. I'm really not buying it. Also thought of something to add a little bit of mixture up, and this is for consideration. Raj, because we've got the one accent, we've got Alistair's, you know, really intelligent kind of Professor Vasquez, voice, and then we've got kind of like the I don't want to say Indian. I want to talk like this, and where we got everyone got upset because Diego had that because it sounds like a really intelligent British Mexican. That was everyone's argument with that. So I was thinking about giving Raj something unique that pretty much we haven't done at all. I was thinking about doing something like this because his name is Raj, and he is kind of Indian from, I believe, the records that is in his thing, as I believe, his background is Indian. So I was wondering if we could do something like not Native American Indian, like, calling tech support. Hello and thank you for calling Geek. I am Mike. How may I assist you today? You've dealt with them. I myself, in the field that I work in, I deal with them all the time. It's nothing against you. Just, there's a lot of people who are like, can I speak to someone in America? You know damn well you've heard a story. If you haven't, I've got plenty to share sometime, if you ever want to hear them. Pretty much, people calling up, do you work in America? Why, yes, I do. Oh, good, 'cause I'm getting tired of them overseas fellas. Anyway, Most Wanted 2 arcade game? Oh, God. I want to flip this table right now. So that's really triggering me. That's what the kids say nowadays. Triggered. Are you triggered? Are you tilted? So, Most Wanted 2, they talked on their Tumblr, I believe, about Crown and the Flame 3, which I'm sitting here going, no. No. You're gonna do a Most Wanted 2. We, the fans who have been loyal to you since day one, we have been waiting. I love Freshmen, don't get me wrong. We have been waiting, though. There's 3 Freshman books out. It's going on 4 right now. I mean, I'd rather another Braidwood Manor book than skipping completely over Most Wanted 2. Come on, Pixelberry. Shit. If you guys can't figure out some damn ideas for Most Wanted, you keep throwing hints and teasers in there. That really just pisses me off. Because if you guys can't figure something out, I will literally, I've wrote tons of stories in my time. None that turned into apps or anything because when I was writing stories back then, the apps didn't exist. Okay? But I can give you some ideas if you really need them. And the whole arcade thing with Most Wanted 2, that kind of pissed me off. Because you lost friend points with Zara. for you sucking. And then what's his name sits there and trash talks you too. You really suck. Oh, yeah, preach it, girl. Dude, why don't you get over here? I guarantee you couldn't get 500,000. Shut the hell up. And then trying to remember Everett and his middle name, and then, Rourke. Everett Rourke we got. It was either E-A-R, and then I was like, finally, I was like, well, no, I guessed E-R, or E-A-G, or, I don't know. It was something where it was a letter between. I had the first two down. So, and then also, the really big thing we're here to talk about is Alistair. Um, people were talking about how someone on the island didn't belong, right? And they're saying there was only 10 of us supposed to be there, and yet there was 11. I call bullshit. Here's why. So, on your file, as you get to see, because it's not diamond wall blocked. Oh, isn't that cute, Pixelberry? Um, you are unknown. In the file, it says unknown. Who is he? Threat assessment 10. Like you're Batman, but unknown. Like you're Bruce Wayne, and you suddenly just appeared, and it's like, but they don't know you're Bruce Wayne, and they sure as hell don't know you're Batman. So, um, then we get Alistair's file, which says, he pretty much snuck on the plane, or took, got on the plane. So, I don't think you or the MC actually exists, or, the main character. I don't think either Alistair or the main character is supposed to be there. Because I think we've discredited one person. If I was to go through, I don't know if the guide counts as one or not. I don't care. I don't know if Jake counts as one either. But I think they counted them all. I think there's 11 with Jake and Leela. So maybe we're missing somebody? Or maybe Alistair is counted and I'm not? That's how I feel. I feel like we don't exist off of that file. Like we shouldn't be there. No one was expecting me. No one was expecting us. Yes, we had made friends with the classmates, but that's what I feel. And then everybody getting mad at you because you wanted just to know why Alistair was on the case file and why Rourke was supposed to be notified by him being on the plane. I'm confused as hell by that, but at the same time, I just wanted to find out why. And yet everybody gets mad and you lose friendship points with them over you just like, hey, tell us your story. Versus, give us our story or we'll kill you. Like, what? Whoa, yo, dog, calm down. Last but not least, not much in this one. Love hacks. I felt like the entire chapter was wasted. Um, it's literally watching Friends, and I never was a huge Friends fan. Never. It was boring as shit to me. I'd rather watch Golden Girls, to be honest. Um, I mean, that's how I felt. The amazing part of this was Horatio suddenly being pissed off. That was amazing. It was like, Eleanor? Um, like, him giving you that look and that music cue, you just looked at it and you're like, what the are you possessed? Um, that was amazing. Let's be honest. The rest of it just, I don't know, man. The dating three guys at once, um, just all of it, it kind of felt like the book in and of itself very rushed, very bleh, very poorly put together. I mean, I'm sure some people, and this is what some people said in the comments, they got some laughs from it. Especially the weed guy. Oh Jesus. And brownies, man. Um, Usually those that smoke marijuana, don't typically smell of that all the time unless they've just not bathed. Um, or they just came from one. Which then he's eating brownies because it shows that he's not smoking it. He's eating the brownies with it in it. So that shouldn't Unless that dude is reeking of sweat and he has not bathed, he should not be smelling really, especially in a club like that. He should not be reeking of it. So, I feel like someone had a little marijuana agenda in this story. Um, I don't know. That's how I felt. I felt like there was a real agenda to it. Um, please keep your agendas out of it. I don't do political. I barely wanted to get through the freshman political bullshit. Um, and if anything, yeah, they were kind of making that look like the American election, the Trump crap. Um, but yeah, I mean, some people are gonna kind of get their beliefs in here. Just certain things like that should stay out. I mean, I don't see. We've already countered, certain types of relationships in her, but that's like going and I can only see, and I could go down a laundry list of things that are going to be really sensitive to people. I mean, while you're at it, talk about pharmaceuticals, and you know, if you're going to push an agenda on something that actually is an issue, not try and make an issue or make a um, I guess you could say, stereotype that is barely existable. Um, that's about the best way to put it. Aside from that, I can't wait for Ben, because at this end you saw we were going to go see the Killisaur movie. I'm actually looking forward to that. Hopefully that's not a diamond choice. If it is, I'm going to be sad. If it is, oh well. Like I said, eventually we'll be unlocking these things. I don't even see how diamond choices could really save love hacks. Like I said, that's probably going to be the very last on our list. There's so many other diamond editions that everyone's looking forward to. Um, yeah. So I hope you all are checking out the Most Wanted. I'm going to go ahead and put it at the end of this video. A little box there for you to check out the Most Wanted Diamond Edition. Feel free to check that out as well. Um, And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy this weekly recap. Feel free to leave any comments and questions down in the comments section below. Remember always to like, comment if you wish, and share. That helps get out the videos and also gets out the content. Brings our community together. We've almost got 2,100 people. Holy moly. I was just the other day talking about, oh, we just got 2,000, and it's like, wow, we're already up to 2,100, so that is awesome. Our nice little community is growing strong. I'm really proud of it, and I'm glad to have everybody here, and I'm glad to have everybody on board. You guys are awesome. Um, so, without any further ado, if you are not subscribed, please do so. You're going to miss out on some great content, and some great laughs too, and a great community, no less. And, well, until next time, stay well, stay true, and stay awesome. Peace out.